these cards, I use the beautiful Unbounded Beauty 12x12 Designer Series paper, which is in Stampin' Up's 2024-2025 annual catalog. You get 2 each of the 12x12 double-sided designs. There are beautiful floral prints and background prints. Now, all 3 of the cards are created with this print and the back side of this print. You could duplicate this card using all different options for this paper packet. So that's the Designer Series paper I used for the cards. I do want to let you know that I used a new die. This is in the 2025 January through April mini catalog. It is a die called Linked Together dies. It coordinates with the stamp set. I used this die right here to cut out all of the Designer Series paper. So you'll notice that's all cut out in that shape in your packet. So the first thing I want to do with the packet is to sort it. We're going to separate it into 3 piles because you have supplies for 3 cards. The card bases are not scored for you, so you can score them at 4 1/4 and fold them, or you can just match up the corners get it all lined up, and take a bone folder and crease that. So you need to fold your card base. There are 3 basic whites. They are for the inside of the card, so you can adhere that for the inside sentiment. And do note, I have it oriented this way, so you would stamp your sentiment in that direction. Now, I already talked about the Designer Series paper. There's 3 sets. There's a set for each of your cards. So we have 3 sets. So this will be for this set. So how I assembled these is I put this one on first. So what I did was I put my adhesive on the back of this. And then what I did was I looked for equal spacing on the top and bottom, here and here. And then I moved it over about 1/8 of an inch from that edge. And that's how I lined that first one up. Then I put adhesive on the back side of this one. Now the beauty of this, you could use this side. You have both options. I'm going to use this side. As I mentioned, you have both options. Then I got to look to see, how do I want that oriented? I think I'll go this way. Now I did the same thing here. Look for equal spacing here and about 1/8 inch there. And that's how I put those 2 pieces down. Now in your little packet here are all the small pieces. These are, careful when you open them up, you've got some cute embellishments in here. So what I have are 3 of the labeled with love punched labels. This is to stamp your sentiments. So you want to stamp those. You need to use your own stamps and ink. And I've stamped mine ahead of time. So I'm going to replace those with some stamped images. And then there are some bow punches out of this is the Summer Splash. It's an in color cardstock color. So I have 3 of those, 1 for each one of the cards. Now you have an option of how you assemble this. Sometimes you can see I got a little oops on there, so I turned over the cardstock and stamped on the other side. That's the beauty of the cardstock. If it doesn't work out on this side, turn it over and stamp on that side. I placed this down first. I want this sentiment to be right here. And then what I did is I took a dimensional to adhere this. So I placed this greenery right like so, and then I put a dimensional right on the edge. I don't have this attached. If you want to, use mini glue dots to attach that. And I put the dimensional. Then what I'm going to do is take off that dimensional and attach the larger of the flower punches. Oops, goodness. So you have 3 large punch flower petals and 1 smaller one. These are from the Petal Park punch. I punched just those 2. And the piece I just showed you is from the bow punch. I just punched that one. So back to the card, what I do is I take my dimensional, I put that down, and then I attach the flower. So you want to then place that how you'd like that to be placed. This one I put on with a mini glue dot. Let me grab my mini glue dots. So I bring my flower to the mini glue dot and then take that and attach that. And somewhere in the packet, hopefully I didn't, there they are. That's for the inside, goodness. You should have 3 little embellishments. They are from the 2004, 2006 In Color Shimmer Gems, 5 different colors, 2 different sizes. So you have 3 of those, and there's 1 for each one of your cards. So let's see how this goes. So then I put that on the center, and that's how I assemble this card. Happy creating!